I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually a little surprised right now. Because usually, we get a few more people at the start of these streams. But I'm gonna guess it's just gonna be one of those days where people will trickle in for this one. Because Blue Skies tends to bring in people. Anyways, not an issue. Hello everyone, how's it going? I hope everyone's liking the Blue Skies soundtrack in the background. I might have said it a little too quiet just now though. Give me a sec, I'll put it back up. I was just getting water ready. Hey Seth, hey Penguina, welcome back. 2 streams, 1 day. Alright, I'm gonna lightly chill for a hot second here while we wait for more people to show up. So I hate for people to fall behind. Viewer list again. We got 2. This is for YouTube too, I'm not too worried about it. So while we're hanging out, let me go down through the rigmarole and then turn on the desktop audio a little bit too. As always, this is Blue Skies. This isn't your grandmother's Doki Doki Literature Club, it's Blue Skies. It's a mod that greatly expands upon the game. It gives you the visual novel that you could have gotten if Literature Club was a horror game. If you are interested in playing the mod, you can get it at blueskiesmod.com. If you have not played Doki Doki Literature Club before, please go do that first. It's free. You can get it at ddlc.moe or off of Steam. My love for Bix and watching Pixels, the movie. Why are you watching Pixels? It's a terrible movie. It's an awful movie. And as always, if you miss part of the stream or you fall behind in the story, that's cool. Check out my YouTube channel, SefG101. I recently uploaded the cut down version of our last play session. And if you want the full stream VOD, that's also up there too. The VOD always goes up 24 hours after the stream, if I remember to put it up. And I'm making it a goal to try to have an edited down version of each play session before every Saturday when we have to play the game. Yes, one last thing. Hard no spoilers rule in this run. Alright, hard no spoilers rule on this playthrough. I don't want to know anything. We've already played Natsuki's route once. I don't want to know anything about Natsuki's route. Don't talk about it. Don't talk about Yuri's route. Don't tell me about anything in Sayori's route that we haven't gotten to yet. I don't want to know about it. I want as many people to be able to watch this as they can. And with all that said, I'm gonna go ahead and close this window now. Gonna hard stop that music, like we do. Let's get the game open. So happy to be playing this again. I love this freaking mod. What's up with the game capture? Oh, it said the capture specifically Genshin Impact, that's right. Hold on, everybody. Just gotta, there we go. Oop. It's up. Alright, we're up. Before we hop into this game, let me... Just because I know people are lazy, because I'm lazy too. Say it again for the man who just showed up. If you missed our first play session of this game, boop. There's a link to the edited down version of last time. It's a little under an hour, but it beats watching the full 2-hour VOD. That VOD might even been longer for all I know. Okay. Anyways, we've done all our advertising and stuff. let's go ahead and load game. So last time we did our first day, we got a reading recommendation from Yuri instead of Natsuki this time around. And yeah, it's pretty much, if you play Doki Doki Literature Club, it's about the same. We went through our first day, we're part of the Literature Club, and now we're writing our first poem. That looks good. Okay. Also, by the way, I did say I was going to do an hour of vocal warm-ups before this stream. You better believe I did an hour of vocal warm-ups before this stream. I'm feeling great. I did a lot of shiz. I'm good to go. All right. Let's see. Okay. Sayori words. Depression. Warm. I'm being careful this time. Hope, universe, memories, explode, sugar, that's Natsuki, yeah, Natsuki. Happiness? Yeah. I believe, tragedy. Sayori likes anything that's like happy or sad. I feel like misery would be Yuri, but it could be Sayori. Hey! Alright, cry? Yeah. Childhood. Joy. We're getting to the swing of it. Rainbow? Abstract. Friends. As soon as I said we're getting to the swing of it, I lost it. Lazy. Vanilla? No. Kitty, ambient, twirl. Twirl? Fuck! There goes the perfect run. That's the end of the stream. Thanks for watching, everybody. Damn. Cheer. Not calm. Sunshine. Amazing. Pain. Such a stark contrast with her words. Bubbles. Fuck. I have to try not to swear. I keep telling myself I need to not swear as much, and I always forget. Laugh. Rain cloud. That's gonna be Yuri. Bouncy, I feel like, is Natsuki. Fear. There we go. And we're in there. I'm gonna pop a save real quick. I'm gonna try to save more often, just in case the save incident crops up again. And I think I'm also gonna turn down the audio for me a little bit. The music's a little loud for me as well. I'm gonna try to get my audio down a little bit more. Like right around 20, I think, is negative 20. Right about there is good, I think. Okay. Okay, we read now. Oh man, I ditched my vocal warm-ups and got my character voices, and then Monica left me.
Sefchi, fancy meeting you here.
Yeah, what a coincidence, huh? That I said I was gonna come to the club, and then I came to the club? That's crazy.
Seriously speaking, though, I'm happy to see you back here. I would have been disappointed if you ran away on us.
Hey, I enjoyed myself last time, so why wouldn't I come back?
True enough, true enough. Feel free to make yourself at home before we start on our club activities.
Thanks, will do. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. Sayori and I were the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Oh, Sefchi, I'm glad to see you here again. Who knew that something so simple would warrant so much thanks? First Monica, now Yuri. I know that it may be overwhelming to be thrown into a new hobby so suddenly, much less an organization centered around that hobby. So don't hesitate to let me know if you ever need any help. Or any other club member for that matter. That is to say, feel free to ask any of us for assistance. Right, thanks. I'll keep that in mind. Don't worry though, it's not like I've never read anything before. I even remembered to write a poem for today, if you'll believe it. We'll believe it when we see it. Hey, it's not like I need to have a university degree to write a poem. It was just like another school assignment. Although it might be a little new to me, it's not that hard. It's not that hard to write a bad poem, you mean? She's got me there. And that's why I never said I wrote a good poem. Natsuki smiles at me, seemingly pleased that I'm not offended by her teasing. Well, good is often subjective when it comes to subjects like these. I'm sure you did fine, Sefchi. Well, thanks for the vote of confidence. Try not to overhype my work, though. Yeah, Yuri, if you keep your expectations low, you'll never be disappointed. Besides, I bet this is the first extracurricular Sefchi's done since high school started. So extra work is probably really foreign to him. Again, she's not wrong, but she doesn't have to say it like that. Natsuki, you're being unfairly harsh. Sefchi, what would you say your main hobbies are? Wow, she's really putting me on the spot here. I know I'm playing into your teasing right now, but yes, I spend a lot of my time playing games and watching anime. Like a weeb. And that's all you need to know. That's all, folks.
That's a bit rich coming from someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
What? What do you say? Manga? What? Natsuki splutters to a halt. Looks like a certain someone knows how to dish it out, but can't take it. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into a seat.
Don't worry, guys. Sefchi always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He's always been there when I need it. When we were kids, he'd always be around to help me with stuff.
Oh, are you two childhood friends? I glance at Sayori. Despite her cheery recollection of our childhood memories just then, Yuri's question is a reminder that we haven't spent much time together in a long time. It's a tad awkward. Yeah, we've known each other for a while, haven't we? We smile at each other. I'm really hoping we can use the club to reconnect. Such a history with one another. I imagine you've shared much together. You could say that. Would you believe Sayori is still as clumsy now as she was 10 years ago?
Hey, meanie, that's not true.
Oh? Need I tell Yuri about the time you tried to cook lunch and almost set the house on fire? Her face turns pink and she rushes to interrupt me.
Anyway, I'm sure you two could be just as good of friends. After all, you're both in the literature club now. We don't need to talk about my arson history.
And this was the day we learned that Sayori is an arsonist, a secret arsonist. He's like, Sayori, what are you doing with that lighter?
What lighter?
You know you're not supposed to play with lighters.
But the flames are so pretty.
Yeah. Look forward to it. Yuri looks hopeful here at hearing this. Damn, I'm gonna try that again. Yuri looks hopeful at hearing this. Although, I can't help but wonder. Given the maturity and intelligence she carries so elegantly, and how her passion for reading is much stronger than my own, will it be as easy as Sayori thinks it is? Still, it's worth a try at least, right? Right? Always worth something.
Yay! Oh, your even brought you something there, you know.
Wait, Sayori, me? It's not much, really.
Don't be shy.
It's really nothing. Whatever it is, I'm sure I'll like it. What is it, Yuri? Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. I was going to wait to give it to you at the proper time, but...
I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. Now I've ruined the surprise.
The two girls both look dolefully down, which we know is a word. Dolefully. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so this is still a pleasant surprise to me. Just knowing that you went through the effort to get me something makes me feel really welcomed. No matter what, I'm sure it'll make me happy. Is that so? Of course. Thanks for being so considerate, Yuri. You're welcome. It was the least I could do. Anyway, if that's the case, here it is. Yuri reaches into a bag and pulls out a book. Isn't this... This is new. Isn't this the book from yesterday? Upon seeing the confused look on my face, she hastens to explain. I thought you might like to, have your own copy so that you can read it on your own as well. I honestly don't know what to say. How is it that she's only known me for a day, yet she's already done something this thoughtful for me? Oh, Yuri, thank you! That's really thoughtful of you, but, you didn't have to do that for me. I feel kind of bad. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for that. I understand if you don't want to read with me anymore, so... Honestly, she gets more adorable by the minute. I don't like where this conversation's going. Is it possible that by picking Yuri yesterday, that's like part of the Yuri route? Because like choosing, I've seen like the choice tree, like the planned choice tree, from the devs, and at least for Natsuki at least, and nothing from this act of the story factored into Natsuki's route. Although it's possible that maybe it just like factors into like which route you end up on. Of course it does. That's what Act 1's all about. Anyway, please, it's fine. I'd love to read it with you. I just wasn't expecting you to buy me a copy of my own. Are you sure? I don't want to force you. Seriously, Yuri, I'm sure. After all, I grin at her. It is a good book. She timidly returns my smile, relaxing a little bit. I'm glad you seem to think so. How are you liking it so far? She looks at me with wide, expectant eyes. She must be really worried that I'm not enjoying it as much as her. To be honest, I've been pleasantly surprised. While horror isn't really my thing, it really kept my attention. Even though I haven't gotten very far yet, I find myself feeling sorry for the protagonist. The language is pretty, engaging? It certainly makes me think about it. As I praise the book, her face grows visibly more relieved, and her eyes light up as I mention the language. I'm glad you think so. One not only needs to look at what is being said, but how it's phrased. It can entirely change the desired message, wouldn't you agree? Oh boy, I hope we don't get into an in-depth discussion about the language. I'm still nowhere near Yuri's level with this sort of thing. Oh, totally. I never really thought about it until you brought it up with me. You really made me look at it with a bit more scrutiny than I would normally. Hey, Link, what's up? Good news, you haven't missed much yet. She blushes at this, turning away slightly. Really? I helped you with that? I have to admit, you really managed to open my eyes to this sort of thing. Or should I say, my third eye. Which I've always had trouble opening. It's a very strange burst effect having this third eye in the middle of my forehead, but I got one. Oddly enough, not many people comment on it, but I feel like that's just them being polite. How much I've been playing Wind Waker, all I have to get is the Triforce now. Good job. You did good. You did good, Link. Okay. Alright, I've read that. Yuri is silent. Yuri's silence makes me nervous. Did I make a mistake? You know, because the book mentions the third eye, and there's an eye in the cover, and an eye on my forehead, like a third one. Ah, I see. Yes, your third eye. It looks nice. The third eye in your forehead. It's not at all strange. I just like to imagine Yuri has been spending this whole time just trying to like tiptoe around MC's third eye on his forehead. Just trying really hard to be polite. It's like, just don't mention it, Yuri. You don't want to be rude. You don't want to chase him off. We just got a new member. It doesn't matter if he's a freak. Did I just say there's a freak out loud? You're not a freak. It's totally normal. I've seen so many people with third eyes, like my third uncle. Probably best not to comment on her accidental continuation of the pun. Tough crowd. Oh, I see. You were making a joke. I'm sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just thought it was a good pun. She smiles bashfully. Yes, it is quite humorous, isn't it? Phew. I think that means everything is okay now. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off the scheduled activities for the club. Like the poetry thing. I've already steeled myself with the critique. I'm gonna try that again. I did vocal warm-ups today, and it half helped me. Like the poetry thing. I've already steeled myself for the critique I'll probably be receiving. But it seems that we have some downtime before then. Ah, well, looks like I won't be able to just immediately get it over with. What are the others doing right now? Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Probably discussing club matches, given that they're the president and vice president. As expected, Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. A few huffs of annoyance sound from her direction every once in a while. I'm just gonna save here, just in case we have to go back. Everyone seems to be doing their own thing today. Natsuki is rummaging around in the cupboard, and Yuri is sitting by herself, silently engrossed in her book. Meanwhile, Monica and Sayori seem to be talking animatedly about something. Ah, yes, I see how this is going. I remember this from the vanilla game, so I'm very curious to see how it's different, because you haven't seen this yet. I'm not really in the mood to read anything. I slump down into the nearest desk like the lazy fat fuck I am. Closing my eyes, I end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. Excuse me. I feel another burp coming on, but it's gone. No? Wait. Oh, there it is. Okay. Sorry. Gross, I know.
The problem with the literature club is that it just doesn't sound particularly exciting. Plus, people probably have their own preconceptions. Trying that line again. Plus, people probably have their own preconception about what the club will be like. I'm a bit worried they might assume we're all pretentious and haughty.
Yeah, it's a real shame that people can't look past their assumptions. I'm surprised I know a word that big, with my IQ of 5.
Still, I'm confident we can come up with something. We can't just give up. This festival is a real chance to show everyone what literature is all about. After all, we have such a variety here. Everyone's poems and writing styles are so different. Natsuki loves manga, and Yuri's really into horror. There should be something here for everyone, you know?
Agreed! I'm glad everyone has such different tastes. It really helps bring the club to life.
That's exactly what we want everyone else to see. We just need to find a way of showing how fun literature can be. Something that really stands out and appeals to the creative sides.
That doesn't solve the problem, though.
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, I don't think people will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So, I think it's more important to figure out how to get people interested in the first place, right? And then, once they're here, we can do whatever to appeal to their creative sides.
Huh. This is a side to Sayori I haven't seen before. She's really taking this seriously and giving it a lot of thought.
Excellent point, Sayori. Where would I be without my vice president? Okay, do you think food will get the job done?
I can practically hear Sayori's face light up, even though I have my eyes closed.
Food? What kind?
You know, like, you like that idea, huh? I was thinking...
Cupcakes!
Natsuki would love that. Good thinking.
Her cupcakes are so good! That works out perfectly!
That wasn't why you suggested it?
Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Seriously, they really help me write. I don't just like eating. Don't call me fat. The only person who gets to call anyone fat is me, and the only person who gets to be called fat is Sefchi.
Okay, cupcakes will do fine.
All this talk about food has made me hungry.
Anyway, don't forget we still have to sort... Anyway, don't forget we still have to sort out the details of the festival itself.
I tune out the rest of the conversation as... I did vocal warm-ups before this, and it helped a lot, but not as much as I was hoping it would. I tune out the rest of the conversation as tiredness begins to... fuck me. I tune out the rest of the conversation as tiredness takes a stronger hold on me. Sayori is still her usual self, bubbly and goofy. I guess some people never change. Brings a smile to my face. My arm is falling asleep for some reason. Oh, that feels weird. Ow, God, why? This happened all the time during the Natsuki playthrough too. My arm just like keeps going numb in this, and it's just Blue Skies. This does not happen with any other playthrough. It's only Blue Skies. Oh, I got like pins and needles like all up my arm up to my elbow. Okay. Wake up. Wake up. Fuck. Okay. Although I was surprised to see her so dedicated. I always remembered her as the kind of person who just improvises things. Kind of like me, actually. Ah! I didn't expect to see Sayori's face taking up my vision when I opened my eyes. I nearly fell out of my chair.
Wake up, sleepyhead!
Jeez, Sayori, you scared me.
Sorry. Hang on, I'm not sorry at all. Why were you napping? This is the literature club, not the napping club.
Wait, our school has a napping club?
Hey, don't try to change the subject, mister. The others won't like it if they catch you sleeping, you know. I don't want you getting in trouble.
Sayori, you've not changed one bit.
Huh?
You always used to look out for me. Back when we used to hang out.
I remember that. Do you remember that time when we went on a bike ride to that park? It feels like such a long time ago.
Yeah, I think I do, actually. It was in the summer. You were talking about the time I fell off my bike and hurt my knee, right?
Yeah, that one! You were in a lot of pain, but you were trying to act like it was no big deal. You were so silly. I had to go and get a Band-Aid.
That memory makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. The fact that I could tell straight away which memory she was talking about makes me wonder if we have a psychic bond or something. Good times, good times. By the way, did you know you have a big toothpaste stain on your collar?
No I don't.
She nervously picks the stain with her hands as I stand up and get a closer look at her. Wait a sec, your collar is sticking up a bit. Your hair doesn't look brushed either. Were you in a rush this morning? I reach out and run my fingers down the messy part of her hair in a vain attempt to straighten it out. This isn't uncomfortable at all. I'm sure this isn't socially awkward. I mean, I guess we are childhood friends, so like it's fine. I need more water. I should have gotten more water for the tank thing before I started this stream, but I didn't think about it. I reach out and run my fingers down the messy part of her hair in a vain attempt to straighten it out. Her hair is really soft and smells faintly of cinnamon. Not sure why the hell I'm sniffing her hair, but we're here now. And it's happening. I'm probably making this worse. You really need a brush, Sayori.
No, I don't. My hair is just naturally like this. Okay, maybe it isn't, but it's super hard to get right.
I give up with her hair and try to wipe off the stain with my fingers. Much like with her hair, I'm not having much luck. Come on, Sayori, you can't fool me. I know I've not seen much of you over the past few years, but I still know you. I can tell when you've been in the rush.
People wouldn't even notice these things. It's true, you're being so close to me and seeing such a good friend looking out for me. So fuck it.
They would. They just wouldn't say anything because they don't want to embarrass you. I give up with the stain and step back, looking at her blazer. Luckily for you, I'm not bothered about that. Also, why don't you button up your blazer? She shrugs.
It was too stuffy last time I tried it.
With a sigh, I stop buttoning it up. This is just strange behavior to me, I don't know why. Ah, familiar CG.
Hehe. This is so funny.
What is?
Well, I was just thinking about how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. Most other normal people wouldn't do this. Only psychopaths and... only psychopaths and predators. You know what I mean?
I'm not, what? I freeze. Now that I think about it, the situation is a little suggestive. How I'm only realizing this just now is beyond me. I am a terrible person. After all, my hands are very, very, very close to her chest. But this is an adult stream, I'm allowed to say boobles. Come on, Sefchi, get it together, man. You'll just help me got a friend, that's all. Don't say that! There's nothing weird about this. Nothing weird at all about my hands being this close to your chest.
If you say so. It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. It makes me feel that nothing has really changed between us, you know? Don't you think?
Yeah, I guess. Why is this one button so hard to close?
Hey, be careful!
This is impossible. Does this thing even fit you properly?
It did when I bought it!
You know, if you actually buttoned it, you'd probably have realized sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. Wait, what's so funny?
Don't you see? It means my boobs got bigger again!
How on earth am I meant to reply to that? What is this game? Why? It's Doki Doki Blue Skies, god damn it! And I love it! Geez, Sayori, don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look a bit better now. Seeing Sayori's blazer button up like that is weird.
Ah, it's so stuffy! I told you!
She quickly unbuttons it again. There goes all my hard work. How can I be hungry right now when I just ate soup like a little while ago?
Much better. Thank you for that, though. Even though I prefer the blazer unbutton, it was really thoughtful of you to do this for me. Even if you were a bit of a meanie. I do try, you know.
I'm sorry. I just want what's best for you, that's all. Just try to give yourself a bit more time in the morning, okay?
Only if you promise to stop napping in the club.
I laugh. She got me there. It's a deal.
Okay, everyone.
Monica suddenly calls out.
Why don't we share the poems we wrote now?
Yay! I can't wait to read yours, Sefchi.
Don't expect too much, Sayori.
By the way, you did remember to write a poem, right?
Don't worry, I'm not that much of a slacker. I've got it right here in my... Oh no, this isn't my poem. This is... the Gettysburg Address. I spent a good chunk of time just searching for something, and that's what it came up with. And now I'm just gonna commit to this joke, and we're just gonna pretend that my poem is just the entirety of the Gettysburg Address that I just plagiarized.
Man, I really like your poem, Sefchi, especially this one part, 407 years ago.
Oh, I rifled through some stray papers to pull out the page that I wrote my poem on. Well, I can't help but feel a little nervous. I have to admit that I'm excited now. Talking to these girls has really calmed my nerves, and now I'm just eager to share my poem. After all, judging by each girl's personality, I doubt that anyone would say anything nasty about it. Well, Natsuki... I don't know if she'd be unduly harsh, though. She just seems like the type of person who enjoys ribbing on her friends, as do I. Either way, I hope they realize that I put hard work into it. I figured that it'd only be fair to repay their warm welcome by showing efforts in club activities.
Now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with?
I can't wait!
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf paint torn from a Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a neat black composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. She's going to put all of us to shame. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into the bags. Alright, let's save it here again. Alright. I would like to start with Sayori, but if anyone has an opinion, I'm down. Judging by the number of viewers we have currently, I'm guessing everyone's pretty much lurking. So I'm down to just, like, do my own thing, but does anyone have an opinion? It really doesn't matter, I'm just wondering. I want to offer audience participation. I don't see anything. Okay, let's just start. I'm just gonna go from the top to the bottom then. I'm definitely most comfortable with sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all.
Wow, Sefchi! This is so good! Seriously, this is your first poem?
Huh? It's not that good, jeez.
Seriously, it is! I love it! I had no idea you were such a good poet!
Sayori, you're overreacting a bit. It's really nothing special.
Trust me, it is! How did you write it?
With a pen. A piece of paper. Huh? What do you mean?
Like, What did you think of while you wrote this?
Huh? This is gonna sound a bit weird, but I thought of you? I love her reaction. I love this face. She gives me a brief look of disbelief, a faint blush on her cheeks.
Me?
Yeah, hey, not in like a weird way or anything. I just thought of words that reminded me of you and went along with that. It just felt kind of natural doing it that way, I guess.
Well, if it works, it works. Looks like this club really is the best place for you.
Well, I'm glad you liked it, Sayori. Good to know I'm not totally in over my head here. She looks at me for a moment, not saying anything. There's a few moments of an odd silence. Earth to Sayori. She jumps slightly.
Sorry. I'm just not used to seeing you around again, that's all. To have you in the club, writing poems. It's lovely, though. It just takes a little getting used to.
Ah, yeah, that's understandable. I'm a bit surprised myself, to be honest. But I'm enjoying it here so far.
That's good to hear. Do you want to read my poem now? I'm not very good, though.
Only one way to find out. Just a reminder, if you weren't here for last playthrough, pretty much all of these poems are different. There are a few that are the same, but a lot of them are slightly different in one way or another. Some of them are just like completely different poems. Why am I hungry? Snack. Peanut butter crackers. Sorry guys, give me 1 second. I gotta put something in the gas tank. Snack food. Ooh, that almost came back up. That wasn't great. Okay. Well, I know that's getting edited out. But now that I've said that, I'm probably gonna end up leaving it in. Okay, anyways.
Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Well, what did you think?
I hesitate as I answer. It's not that it was a bad poem, in fact it was great. I'm just really inexperienced with poetry, especially feedback. It's really... you.
What's that supposed to mean?
As in the poem just really reminds me of you. Just in that it sucks. Made me feel really good inside, even though it sucked.
Really?
Yeah, I had no idea what to expect, as this is my first time reading your poetry. But the way this was written, I don't know, it feels really wholesome and cheery. Like you are. I also really like that last line. Trust you of all people to include breakfast in their poems.
Hey, I was eating when I wrote.
Sayori stops speaking immediately, as if she's accidentally let something slip. Oh, so you wrote this poem in the morning?
Huh? No. Maybe. I forgot to write it last night.
Well, at least we know where your inspiration comes from.
Eggs and toast.
Well, I suppose if it sounds stupid but it works, then it isn't stupid. I ad-libbed a little bit there, and I'm sticking to it. Either way, thanks for showing me your poem, Sayori. It was really good.
I'm happy you think so. Anyways, next time I won't forget. Tomorrow's poem will be even better.
I'll hold you to that. Okay, save them. Alright, now on to Natsuki. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? What I mean is that it's just kinda average. Doesn't really evoke any emotions. Even though it's straight up the Gettysburg Address, like, I just don't feel anything 'cause I'm dead inside. This famous speech that shocked thousands of people. This is how I know that Natsuki's bullshitting. It's like, I literally printed off the Gettysburg Address. How do you not feel anything? So, kind of bland for your taste? Natsuki throws her bra- Yep. That was my most interesting one yet. It's just like that, and that was it. Alright. Natsuki throws her eyebrows at me. My taste? What's that supposed to mean, huh? Oh, nothing. Well, anyway, I guess I'll show you my poem now. Not that you'll like it or anything. Sometimes. Some folks are winners, some only lose. Some are go-getters, some only cruise. Sometimes we try hard and give it our all. Sometimes we give up. What else can we do? Told you you'd hate it. Actually, I like it. What? Don't just say it's good because I'm a girl with a very girly voice who likes very cute things because I'm a girl and not a trap. Be honest. What? No, it has nothing to do with you being a girl. That'd be sexist. I genuinely like the poem. Really? Yeah, it's simple, but still pretty effective. Finally, someone who gets it. Water. My throat. People in high school think poetry has to be so formal and vague, but they don't realize that simple writing is just as effective, if not more. The reader shouldn't have to search for the meaning. That's just stupid. Besides, the simpler the writing, the more emphasis on wordplay. Like how I made most of the lines start with some. Yeah, I noticed that. Made the last couplet seem more powerful. Yes, that's exactly what I was going for. Well, good job then. Ha, didn't expect that from the youngest of the club, did you? Yeah, I guess not. For someone so young, you have a really deep voice. Anyways, save again, and on to Yuri. I'm saving every time just in case we end up having to, like, go back, by the way. In case that wasn't obvious. Yuri stares at the poem. For a long, 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 long time. A minute passes. More than enough time for her to finish reading. I've fallen asleep at this point. I wake up. Is everything okay? Oh, goodness, sorry. I know what I want to convey, but I need to find the right words. I understand. Take your time. Okay, I think I know what I want to say. Do you have any prior writing experience? To be honest, not really. Is it that obvious? No, I don't mean to be rude, but I guess that it might be after reading through it. I'm gonna read that one more time because that was sloppy. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad. No! Did I just read my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. Yuri seems to be incredibly introverted. It must take her a long time to warm up to new people. Don't worry about it. We'll start somewhere, right? What were you saying? Right, I've just noticed a few qualities consistent with newer writers that showed up in your poem. Perhaps what stands out the most is that you've tried very hard to make the structure of this poem your own. And that's okay, but if this is the first poem you've written, it might be prudent to consider more traditional structures. Couplets, sonnets, haiku, and the like. If you're not confident in your writing style, it'll show in your piece. Man, it's like Yuri's a totally different person when she gets going. She sounds incredibly confident and stands tall, speaking clearly. Like Elsa in Let It Go. Let it go, let it go. I'm gonna get a copyright strike. Again, that's not your fault. I think that once you've studied poetic structures and techniques a bit more, you'll be able to put together a truly wonderful composition. I appreciate the feedback, Yuri. It sounds like you're well versed in this sort of thing. Would it be okay if I took a look at what you've written?
Oh goodness, of course! Please, let me know what you think. I'd be thrilled to explain my process.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Tumble. Hail falls down like discarded dust of overused emotions, dragging down blankets made of want. Slender string pieces. I'm just gonna. God damn it. Slender string pierces my eyelids, barely painful, and pulls them shut. Ever so heavy, ever so heavy. I think I've misplaced something. Is there a piece missing? You need all the pieces to fix something. Please don't look for it. There are more important things for you to do today. I'm sorry if my writing's a bit illegible. Once my pen touches the page, I just want to get my thoughts down. It's fine, Yuri. I was able to read it just fine. I wasn't thinking that at all.
Are you sure? It seemed to take you a while to read it.
Yeah, well, I guess I don't see cursive often, and also I was just flubbing the lines a lot. But it's really nice when I do. Your writing's actually quite pretty.
Is that so? I'm glad you think so.
It made your poem stand out even more as well. It's as though your handwriting fits your word choice, or vice versa, or the developers intended for that to be the case.
It wasn't too short, was it? I'm used to writing longer pieces, but since this is the first time we're sharing, I thought it would be easier to share.
That makes sense. Do you mind telling me what it's about, though? I'm not sure I understand.
Sorry, I didn't mean to write something so confusing.
Oh, it's not that. I just wanted to be sure I'm reading it properly.
I see. I suppose from a cursory glance it might not be obvious. But part of what makes poetry magical is how you can conjure up a vivid image with your words. While on the surface it might seem a bit out there, if you look a little deeper, you might be able to find a deeper meaning hidden amongst the lines, compounded by the metaphors used. For example, the words and images in this poem aren't meant to be taken at face value. In actuality, it's supposed to represent the last remnants of something lost to the past, and the sense of plaintive longing that comes with it.
Huh. That's pretty impressive when you put it that way.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. But thanks for the compliment. Hopefully during your time here, your understanding of poetry will grow and these things will come to you naturally.
I'll do my best. Thank you for sharing with me, Yuri.
Of course.
And finally, we're down to Monica. Ah, fuck. Right when I have to do the voice, it slips my head. There's a voice that I do underneath the voice mod that I forgot about day one. And I forgot about it just now, too. I'm just gonna go for it.
Hey, Sepchi. Hope you've been enjoying your time here.
Yeah, definitely. I probably sound like a broken record by now, but everyone's been really welcoming.
Well, a broken record isn't so bad when it plays something so nice.
I guess so.
Anyway, since you're new and everything, feel free to bring up any questions or concerns you might have. It's my duty as president to make sure that everything is perfect.
I'd have to say that you've been doing a good job of that already. I doubt that I'll ever have anything to complain about.
Either way, I'm always open to new suggestions for the club as well. So don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. She says that, but it's going to be very intimidating to try to criticize Monica of all people. She is a goddess among men. I really don't think that there's going to be anything I'll need to speak up about either. One of the other girls would probably say something before I ever needed to. Natsuki definitely would.
Now that that's out of the way, feel like sharing your poem with me?
I mean, I don't really have a choice in the matter, do I?
You shouldn't be thinking like that.
Yeah, I was just joking. Kinda.
It's alright, Sepchi. I get that it's probably really awkward for you to share a creative work when you're just a beginner. Especially since the rest of us have a bit more experience than you do.
That's an understatement. By 1,000.
And don't worry though, we're all a little embarrassed today, you know? I don't think many people out there share their poetry on a regular basis. But it's the sort of thing that you get used to pretty quickly once you get it over with.
Yeah, that's true. I hand my poem over with a sigh. Don't grade me too harshly.
You'll be fine.
I watch nervously as she quickly scans through my poem.
Interesting poem, FG. It has a very mellow yet emotional feel to it. I didn't know that you were this in tune with your feelings, FG.
I can feel my cheeks growing hot at her teasing. I suddenly have a fever. I am now burning up. I have spontaneously combusted, and now on fire. I'm running around the room. Monika's panicking. Everyone's panicking. I forgot to stop, drop, and roll. I am now ash because my body was really dry for some reason. That's the end of the stream. Thank you for watching. Clap, clap, clap. You think?
No need to feel so embarrassed about this. Poetry is a very personal thing, so it's not surprising to see you putting your raw emotions down on the paper. Actually, your poem kind of reminds me of something Sayori would write.
Really? How so?
I mean, you and Sayori are really good friends, right? It shouldn't be too far-fetched for you two to write something similar.
Well, I guess you could say we used to be good friends at least. We kind of drifted apart over the years, so I guess it surprises me that we could still have things like this in common.
This club is the perfect opportunity to become closer again, don't you think? Wink, wink.
I guess so?
Anyway, much like yours, Sayori's writing tends to have a gentle feel to it. She often uses her words to quietly meander through her imagination and to explore different emotions. Most of the time, I find that she addresses happiness and sadness in equal amounts, creating a bittersweet tone.
Wow, that's kind of unexpected of her. Maybe she's changed more throughout the years than I thought.
I know, right? Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy the pain of tragedy as well?
You know, sometimes you sound like Yuri when you talk about poetry.
Eh? Really?
Yeah, I guess you really like it, huh?
You could say that. It'd really make me happy if you could get into poetry as well.
No pressure, right?
For real though, feel free to explore different things and experiment. Maybe you'll find yourself writing in a way you never would have thought you would. Maybe you'll find yourself writing in a way you never would have thought. God damn it. Maybe you'll find yourself writing in a way you never would have thought you would, just like Sayori does.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll end up doing a lot of different things before I settle my own style. But not really, because I'm going to exclusively write for Sayori. And it'll still take a while before I'm completely comfortable sharing my writing.
That's perfectly fine. In fact, I'd probably be more surprised if you immediately started writing with your own style. Most people go through the same process that you're going through right now. Trying new things is the best way to find the kind of style that suits you after all. Anyway, when you talk to everyone about it, naturally they'll be a bit biased for their own kinds of styles. After all, I know I am. But don't force yourself to write in some way just because someone wants you to. You should try to focus on what you want to do. Feel free to ask me for help anytime, though. I try to be as objective as possible when I talk to people about these topics.
Thanks, I'll keep that in mind. I suddenly have congestion coming up again, like last time, and I don't know why. I wonder if maybe it's just like talking so much. Also, I'm kind of surprised we don't have more viewers by now. This is actually extremely unusual, especially for this game. Then again, we're playing back through like the beginning of it again, so I suppose like the people who have already watched are like, yeah, whatever, I don't need this, which is understandable. I'm gonna get a granola bar real quick. Also, my arm, I got feeling back in it again a little while ago, and it's falling asleep again all of a sudden on me. No. It's actually a little concerning too, because my dad has arthritis. I really hope I'm not picking that up at an early age. I shouldn't. I'm like 22. If I get arthritis at 22, I'm like... That's just like... Wow, how? Anyways, back to the game. Thanks, I'll keep that in mind.
Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
Always on duty as club president, huh? Well, let's get ready. What? Well, let's get to reading then. I'm just gonna... I don't feel like holding push to talk, so I'm gonna do this.
There we go. The box. I see, but I don't believe. A lone fingerprint glistening on gleaming glass. Gleaming glass. I'm just gonna start again. The box. I see, but I don't believe. A lone fingerprint glistening on gleaming glass. Was it me? Was I always the one in the dark? I pound on the glass. My prison. Why me? Why me? The pain jolts me back, the understanding pouring down like heavy rain. It's all a farce. My heart's on display, my life's but a script just playing away. The world out there had seemed so bright, it was so free. So many choices, so much potential. Maybe I could have had a chance. I realize now that there was never a choice. I was stuck in this box, and they, on the other side, chose for me.
Just really heavy allegory for Monica being locked into the scripts in this mod. I love that they did this. It's so cool. I also love these granola bars, man. I'm sure they're terrible for me because they're off-brand, which usually means they're like loaded with sugar, but that just means they taste good. So, whoops.
I need this. So, what do you think?
Welcome back, Penguino. We were just finishing up reading our poems. I don't quite know how to say it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. And I'm gone. Okay, see you later, man.
That's okay.
I definitely get a certain kind of feeling from you reading your poem, but I'm not sure how to put it into words. I'm gonna take a shower. Dude, take me with you. Never mind. Don't do that. That sounds weird. Forget I said that. I definitely get a certain kind of feeling from reading your poem, but I'm not sure how to put it into words.
I can understand that. Just try to articulate it however you want. You can use metaphors outside of poetry, you know.
Well, when you put it like that.
Hi, Lillian.
Hi, Lillian. I'm streaming.
Keeping the stream.
My sister has a friend over for a sleepover. I was fairly certain that at some point I was gonna get interrupted, and that was it. Hopefully that was the only time. Anyways, we're making good time, so let's keep going. I don't know, I'd say that your poem is kind of abstract? Yeah, very vague at least. Like, I can't quite tell what exactly you're talking about, but even so, I can feel what the speaker's feeling.
Yeah, I think that describes my poem pretty well.
Eh, really?
I do like my metaphors. Well, you'd probably be hard-pressed to find a poem without a metaphor, actually. Yeah,
Whoops. Yeah, they're pretty well covered in English class, at least.
the ability to convey emotions and concepts through words, describing things even the writer might never have experienced before. I find that really powerful. When you write metaphorically, it allows the reader to focus on the emotions in the poem.
I guess it kind of opens it up for the reader to have their own interpretations.
Exactly. And it's fascinating when people can diverge from the creator's original intent to find their own meaning in a work of art.
Yeah. Give me 1 second, everybody. I've been looking for the Monica voice this whole time. I had it earlier and then lost it. So I'm just pulling up. So I know what you're thinking. This isn't my grandmother's Doki Doki. It's Doki Doki. I found it near. I remember finding her voice right at the end.
That here. I'm sure we can all trust each other to be respectful, and I think it'd be a fun activity for us.
I don't know if I feel comfortable sharing my own poetry. I think it'd be a fun activity for us. Yeah, okay, it's just a little more nasal in it. We're good to go. Okay, sorry everybody. We're back on track. Yeah. What was your original intent then?
I think it'd be more fun if you tried to figure it out yourself.
That just makes me more curious now. God damn it, stop being so mysterious, woman!
Maybe I'll tell you one day. But for now, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem, or anything for that matter, you get too fixated on a specific point. But if you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. So the best thing to do is just to force yourself to get something that. So the best thing to do is just.
You can do it, Colin. You can read.
So the best thing to do is just to force yourself to get something down on the paper, and then tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hands and write whatever's in your heart.
Easier said than done. I get what she's trying to say, though. It's better to look back on your work with fresh eyes after you've gotten something down. Sometimes. That's gonna be weird to cut together.
That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
There's the Monika voice. I finally got it back again. Okay. Phew. I guess that's it. Oh, I got a little piece of oatmeal from the granola bar stuck in my throat. Okay. I almost say auto. That would have been bad. Not load. History. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was surprisingly fun, albeit it's a bit stressful. I already knew that I wouldn't be able to write to the quality of the girls, but I tried my best. I suddenly have to pee, but we're almost through this, so I'm gonna power through. Everyone here is incredibly talented. Well, all the girls at least. I'm, like, whatever the opposite of talented is. Colin's not very good at improv. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting again. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. This should be good. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As I watch, Natsuki breezes through Yuri's poem, her eyes skipping over the words. Meanwhile, Yuri stares at the paper in her hands, smiling sadly. Natsuki quickly hands Yuri her poem back. Here, I'm done. Already? Yeah, it's not like it was super hard to read. I'm not illiterate, you know. Huh? It was hard for me to understand, at least. I just want to make sure that you caught all the figurative language that I employed. Yeah, I did. It was fancy. Thanks. However, I believe that you'd enjoy it more if you looked deeper into it. I enjoyed it plenty already. Anyway, are you finished with my poem then? Yes, yours is cute. Yuri, we talked about this yesterday, didn't we? How if you dismiss it with one word, you're a dick. Don't be a dick, Yuri. Cute? Didn't you learn anything from our conversation yesterday? Yuri looks shocked, regret seeping into her expression. Seems like both girls still hold their own prejudices, despite whatever common ground they have. How can it be cute? You're standing there, thinking that I haven't read your poem, when it's really you who hasn't read my poem. It's clearly about the push and pull between giving up and trying hard. I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. Well, maybe you should look deeper into my poem, because I use that type of language on purpose. I see. But if I may give a suggestion, these more involved subject matters may be better suited to more complex diction. The art of poetry is deeply intertwined with... Look, I know what you're trying to do, but it won't work on me. I'm sorry, but I don't quite understand. Writing in this way doesn't make you look cool or smart, okay? It just makes you look super pretentious. If you write with a thesaurus... Oh, I'm gonna try that again. If you write with a fuck, why? If you write with a why can't I say this line? If you write with a Jesus Christ, dude. Okay. If you write with a why can I say this line? If you write with a if you write with a thesaurus, it's right. It just sounds weird to me. If you write with a thesaurus, fuck. Ah! If you write with the thesaurus open next to you, you're just going to alienate everyone. I'm taking it. It's good. It's close enough. Jeez. Oh my god. Okay. Using all these big words to make up for lack of depth. Poetry isn't about impressing people. So you can just stop. Holy crap. I stare wide-eyed at Monica and Sayori, who have now also fallen silent. They stare back at me, looking unsure of what to do. I'm guessing that they don't usually have many arguments in the club, although tensions between Natsuki and Yuri already seem kind of high. Lack of depth? Yeah, that's right. So if I can give some suggestions now, excuse me. I appreciate the offer. Hey, Carlix, you're just in time to watch the cat fight. How's it going, man? I'm gonna kind of try to flow through this next part without reading chat too much. I'm gonna force myself to stop, and I'll read back through chat when we're at a good stopping point. Okay. I appreciate the offer, but I really must ask. What makes you believe that I'll accept your advice after you've been so rude to me? Huh? Rude? That was just blunt honesty. Do you ever consider that other people don't hold the same opinions as you? What are you trying to say? Do I really need to spell it out for you? Yeah, you do. I want to see if you're really going there. It's lagging for me, is it? Hang on. That's enough to make me stop. Let me just pull it up on my other monitor here. You said the stream's lagging for you? In what way is it lagging for you, Carlix? Is it just like the usual frame drops or something? Because we haven't dropped any frames. I don't see anything in... Maybe my internet sucks? Probably. I don't really see anything on my end to suggest that it's lagging. But now that we're at this point, I will just... Well, I'm gonna quickly say this because I want to keep the flow of the argument going. If you're having trouble watching this, don't worry about it. SefG101, my YouTube channel. It's the same picture that is on my Twitch channel for the avatar. I try to have all these VODs up 24 hours after the stream ends, and I'm also cutting down our play sessions from Blue Skies. I'm trying to have them cut out and up before every Saturday rolls around for people to catch up on. So if you miss part of the stream, or you just want to go back and watch it, or you missed the whole stream entirely, don't worry about it. You have ways of catching up. And if you join our Discord too, I usually post when that stuff goes up. Anyways, back to the argument. Okay, the irony. I dare you to say it. Yuri gives a small laugh of disbelief. Yuri is about to be very terrifying. I must thank you, Natsuki. I've never been this angry in my life. It's actually given me the courage to speak up. Is this why you're angry all the time?
Guys, we shouldn't.
Watch this editing trickery, guys. I'm just gonna leave that silent for the edit. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'll read them both. This doesn't involve you. This doesn't involve you. Sayori, please don't rob me of my moment. So this is your moment to shine or something? Strange thing to take pride in, don't you think? No. It's my moment to finally speak my mind, while I still have the strength to.
Yuri...
Natsuki, have you ever realized how selfish you are? Suddenly, Yuri seems to be overpowering everyone else in the room. She's got some serious JoJo energy going on right now. What? Everything always needs to go your way. You always jump to conclusions and make rash decisions without regard for the consequences. And it's never your fault, is it? You don't know me. No, you don't know me either. and yet you spoke as if you knew everything about me. Quite simply, you don't. The very fact that you don't think your blunt honesty was incredibly rude just goes to show how narrow-minded you truly are. Seizing her moment, Yuri boldly carries on, disdain dripping from each word. I know it must be a difficult concept for you to understand, but the whole world doesn't revolve around you and your manga. So tell me, why should I take advice from someone who can only see their own perspective? Everyone knows it. Monica, Sayori, even Sefchi. Don't you remember how hostile you were to Sefchi when he first joined us? I wasn't being hostile. We haven't had a new member in a long time. Sorry, not sorry for keeping on my toes. And that's how I talk to everyone, not just Sefchi. Am I supposed to change my whole personality to cater to how you think I should be? If Sefchi has a problem with my jokes, he can tell me. You don't get to speak for him. Yuri closes her eyes and shakes her head, carrying on as if she didn't hear the outburst. Do you really expect a new member to be able to speak up so easily? Not everyone is as unafraid of being a brutish cretin as you. The rest of us were so excited to have a new member, but did that ever cross your mind? No, you just let your own selfish thoughts dictate your behavior. Selfish? They weren't so— You could have scared him off. That might have been what you wanted, but what about the rest of us? I just explained myself, for God's sake, but as per usual, you aren't listening. You know, for someone who's been ranting on about how narrow-minded I am, you're pretty intolerant yourself. There, I used a big word. Do I sound like Shakespeare yet? Am I worthy of your attention now? Ouch, both girls really have their claws out. Also, Monica and Sayori didn't have any issue with me yesterday. It's just you. Of course they did, Natsuki. They just didn't say anything. Monica is too responsible and Sayori is too kind. So why don't we ask Sefchi then, as the more unbiased spectator? Fine! Sefchi, who's right, me or Yuri? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? I don't even know what they want me to decide on at this point. Should I just ignore all the personal stuff and just talk about their poetry? That's what started the argument after all. But it's not like I'm a good judge of writing quality, given that I'm just a beginner. I don't think it'd be fair for me to take either side either, especially since I'm new here. Maybe I should defer to one of the club's leaders? So of course that's going to be... last time we did Monica, I kind of like Monica's version of it, but I want to see Sayori's. Also, I'll take this moment to read your thing in chat, Carlix. I never liked Yuri. I liked Yuri at first until I realized that she was just not as interesting as the other characters. I personally like all of them. There's like some a little bit more than I like others. Anyway, I'm gonna click Sayori, and we're just gonna see how we like it. And if we don't like it, we'll go back and change it. We've got time. So I haven't seen this yet for this game. I'm Team Monica. We can go back and change it. I just want to see what happens. I hate being put on the spot like this. Plus, this is Sayori playthrough, so we kind of want to do Sayori, I guess. I hate being put on the spot like this. Both Yuri and Natsuki are looking at me. While their hostility isn't aimed at me, I still feel like I'm the target for the anger in their eyes. Guys, I gulp nervously as a bead of sweat trickles down my neck. I'm really not the best judge for this. After all, I'm new, so... I'm painfully aware of how weak my voice sounds. Neither girl looks impressed. Wow, real help. Sorry. That's old Natsuki voice, I think. Wow, real helpy you are. Natsuki. Let me guess. Blah, blah, blah. You're being so rude. You're a broken record. You're a— Shut up! Ah, so you're finally realizing how insolent you are. You got there in the end. Well done. You are such a... Headphone users, I'm so sorry. Stop! Oh, damn, I guess I was supposed to be angry. We're all stunned into silence. I've never heard Sayori angry before, and even Natsuki looks taken aback. Immediately, the anger on Sayori's face is replaced by a flood of tears, the anger giving way to sadness.
Guys, enough of this! Please! You're tearing apart this club! Please don't do this! I love this place so much, and you guys are both my friends! I hate it when people fight! It's horrible! This place means so much to me, and I know it means a lot to you guys as well. So please, can we stop arguing over whose style is better? It doesn't even matter. You're both unique, and that's what counts.
I took out my headphones at the right time. Good call. Yuri and Natsuki are both looking incredibly ashamed of themselves. I guess neither of them expected that their argument would hurt Sayori so much. That once raging fire has been snuffed out, replaced with smoldering embers.
I really like your style. I really like your simple style, Natsuki. It's so nice to sit down and read a poem that springs to life. And I know the others do as well.
Monica and I nod in earnest, putting a small smile on Natsuki's face.
And Yuri, I'm amazed at how complex and deep your poems are. They're really in-depth. But there's no need to argue over which style is better. You can't really compare them anyway. It depends on what mood you're in.
She's right, guys. Sometimes you're just in the mood for something simple. Sometimes you might want something a bit more complex. It's like music or movies. People like a variety of things. You can't really say that comedy as a genre is better than action, can you? Both types appeal to different things. You wouldn't watch an action movie for the laughs, would you? I mean, I watch Marvel movies for the comedy. I look over to Sayori and give her a reassuring smile. She returns with a watery smile of her own, rubbing her tears away.
You said it, FG.
She turns to face Yuri and Natsuki once more.
Now, you both said some stuff that was pretty mean. But I know neither of you meant it. Neither of you are narrow-minded. Although it would be nice if you could like each other's stuff a bit more. So, could you try doing that a little? Please, for me, for the club?
I can't help but laugh as she puts on puppy dog eyes. I don't think she realizes the right time to use them. Sure, whatever. I'll try. Yuri takes a deep breath, finally lifting her eyes off the floor. You're right, Sayori. I'll also make more of an effort. And Natsuki? What? Natsuki still looks quite defiant, as though expecting another insult from Yuri. I apologize for what I said earlier. I stopped halfway through the words. I realized that it wasn't in there. I'm gonna just do the line again. Just move on with life. I apologize for what I said. Your style has its own merits. Natsuki blinks as though slapped in the face. She clearly wasn't expecting an apology. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Your style is... She diverts her eyes downwards once more. I guess what I'm trying to say is... You write pretty well. I shouldn't have said that stuff. Me neither. There's an awkward silence.
That's much better, guys. Thank you for putting your differences aside. We all really appreciate it.
I'll go make some tea. She rushes off as Natsuki wanders over to the closet. I glance over at Monica. She hasn't said a word throughout the whole argument, which surprised me. Excuse me.
I should have been the one who said all that.
Why didn't you then? I wince as the words leave my mouth. They sounded more accusatory than I would have liked.
Well, I know I'm the leader and I run this club, but I'm not the greatest with people.
I frown. If she isn't great with people, how can she run a club? She must have caught the confusion on my face as she hastened to explain.
Sorry, let me rephrase that. I'm fine with people. It's just that their drama that I... Loved it again. Haha. Sorry, let me rephrase that. I'm fine with people. It's just their drama that I can't really deal with.
I feel that. I don't like being in the middle of drama. It just doesn't. It never feels good. Especially because most of the time, drama can be easily solved if you just, like, act like a frickin' adult and talk it through. But so often, just no one does it. I try to talk through things with people if there's problems, but sometimes I falter on it because it's just I'm absolutely the type of person who's like I don't practice always what I preach all the time. But for real, it's important to just like talk to people when you have problems with them. But because no one ever can talk to each other like a freaking adult, I hate drama. Anyways. Well, that's why you have Sayori, right?
She's an excellent vice president, able to deal with she's that.
Fuck, I did vocal warm-ups before this and they didn't help much.
She's an excellent vice president, able to deal with conflict much better than I can. Which is pretty embarrassing, at least for me. That should have been my duty to deal with, not hers.
I don't blame you, seriously. I'm gonna try that again. I don't blame you, seriously. It was pretty tough to get involved. I could barely speak up.
True, but that's exactly the sort of thing that a president should be able to do.
How did vocal warm-ups make me worse? Like, my pronunciation of words is better, but my stumbling is not. My stumbling is worse than ever.
True, but that's exactly the sort of thing that a president should be able to deal with.
Nah, come on, Monica. Don't see it like that. You and Sayori just have different strengths, that's all. I always thought of her as a little ditzy sometimes, but she definitely has a knack for social situations.
Definitely. I'm very grateful to have her as my vice president.
Well, the both of you do a really good job running this place. I know that's a bit of an early assessment. But you know, first impressions and all. She smiles sweetly at me. She smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot.
You're too kind, Sefchi. I'm glad Sayori brought you along to the club. I really do hope you stick around.
Don't worry, I will. Monica seems like such a genuine person, and she makes a great president, regardless of what she might think. Hopefully, I'll be able to properly get to know her during the school year. Alright, emergency save, just in case. I'm just gonna plop it back over this one. Because I don't think we'll ever need to go back to Act 1, ever.
Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave.
It's that line. It's the okay, everyone. That's the line. I've touched on this once or twice in the past, but when I do characters, I always have some kind of like phrase that I say to like slip into the voice. I think I just found Monica's, so hopefully I'm more consistent now.
It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing your poetry?
I noticed that she carefully avoids mentioning the argument that just occurred.
It was a lot of fun! Except for the argument, that kind of sucked. Oh, were you trying to avoid that? Sorry. Whoops.
Some moments were worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly.
Sefchi, how about you?
I actually really enjoyed myself. It seems I do like expressing myself through poetry. A lot more than I initially thought. Everyone looks intently at me, the girls smiling at me. It was really cool getting to see everyone's different writing styles.
That's awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And hopefully you learn something from us too. So your poems will turn out even better.
Yeah. I think to myself a bit as I begin to pack up. Today I managed to learn a little bit more about the kinds of poems that everyone likes. With any luck, I'll be able to learn more about the girls as individuals through their themes and messages. I don't like writing poems. When I was in, like, intermediate school, so, like, 5th and 6th grade, like, in those years, when we were still doing poems and shiz, I was, like, the poetry king. I don't know why, I just wrote really good poems. And because I just have, like, voices and stuff, and I'm good at... For all the anxiety I have, I actually am decent if you give me a script in a crowd. When it comes to public speaking. So, yeah, my poems just always kept people entertained. At least I consider myself to have the best poems. Maybe that's just my ego talking. Whatever. Alright, anyways. I nod to myself, turning to Sayori. Hey, Sayori, ready to walk home?
Sure.
Okay, see you guys tomorrow then. As we leave the club room, Sayori turns back to wave at the girls, and I do the same. Natsuki smiles, then quickly looks away to act like she doesn't care. Yuri awkwardly smiles and nods. And as expected from the school idol, Monica gives a friendly grin and waves back. Sayori, about what happened earlier.
What do you mean? I already forgot about it, the argument. That never happened. I don't remember it. I mean, if there was an argument, I can't remember if there was or not. Was there an argument? Who knows? I don't want to talk about it. Leave me alone. Get away from me! Go away!
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki, I remember you told me yesterday that they sometimes bicker, but are all their arguments normally that bad? I feel a little guilty as I ask her, as I know she doesn't like talking about conflict. There's a slight dip in the cheeriness of her voice as she replies.
No, not at all. They have their differences, but it's the first time I've ever seen them fight like that.
When I had to write a poem as a homework, my parents wrote my book. That doesn't help you learn. Poems are easy. Just learn to write haikus. They don't have to rhyme. You just have to have 575 down. Super easy. Sayori is sad. It really breaks my heart. Fuck. It tears my heart to pieces. There we go. I want her. Like, please try. Want her to be happy. Whatever. It's snowing on Mount Fuji. Let's move on.
They're both wonderful people, I promise. You don't hate them or anything, do you?
Oh, not at all. It's just only normal for people to argue, I guess. I was just curious, after all. You know them better than I do. Sayori lets out a relieved sigh.
You know, Sepchi, it's been so nice seeing you again. I didn't really think we'd get to spend so much time with one another again.
Yeah, tell me about it. It's been really fun hanging out again. I don't really know when we started drifting, or why. Guess it was just life coming between us? I'll write random words like in DDLC. I want to see someone write a poem, like an actual poem using the DDLC thing. She nods, looking a little reflective. Still, I'm glad you let me join your club. I'm not gonna lie, at first I was a bit doubtful when you told me it was about literature. But hey, I guess it just goes to show that you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. She giggles and I frown. Did I say something funny?
Nice pun. Did you even realize?
Huh? Pun? Ah, you mean about the book comment? Oh, and this is a literature club. Jeez, looks like the club's really starting to rub off on me. Looks like the club's really starting to rub off on me, isn't it? Sayori might be known as a bit of an airhead. She does have an IQ of 5, but sometimes she can really notice things that others don't. I wonder, what's it really like inside her head?
You haven't changed at all, Sepchi. You always knew how to make me laugh. Back in 1906. Back in 1906, when we were carrot farmers. That's why my hair is this color. It's kind of like a carrot, but not really. What am I talking about? I don't know.
I can try. I blush slightly. I've never really known how to react to that compliment, especially when it comes from someone of the opposite sex. That weird, strange foreign species. I'm glad I'm still able to do that. I'll be honest, though. I didn't think I'd make so many new friends by joining the club.
Well, they're really a nice bunch. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, pretty warm welcome. She nods contentedly. Anyway, let's see what the future holds. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, see you tomorrow.
These girls are all interesting characters, aren't they? Different personalities and a variety of writing styles. Yet they're all united under the same club, the same banner. One country, one mind. We are Legion. Nothing will stand in our path of conquest. Today, this classroom. Tomorrow, your house. The day after that, the world! Anyway, I briefly wonder how Monica found all of them. In just 2 days, I feel like I've made progress with each member. Getting to know Yuri and Natsuki, actually getting to talk to Monica a little bit. And of course, reuniting with an old friend. I never would have guessed that this would all come from joining the club, but hey, I'm not complaining. Let's just hope my writing improves over time so that I can write poems to a standard more like theirs. Speaking of which, there's work to be done tonight. I have to hide the body. Let's do this. Oh god, it smells now. Alright, and there we go. And that was our first day. I'll hop into this next page, I guess. I can write a poem myself. Okay, so that's done for today. I'm gonna level with you all real quick, okay? You might have noticed me jumping up and down. You might notice it, especially right now. I desperately have to pee. Desperately have to pee. So I'm going to run upstairs and do that. I'll run like an ad and play some music or something. And when I get back, here, let me find my playlist. Here we go. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Here we go. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna play some music. Let's turn this up a little bit. I will be back in just a second. When I get back, we'll either play something else or maybe just end the stream. Because there's not a lot of people today. Alright, I'll see you guys in a bit. Hey guys, I'm back. I went and walked downstairs, right? Turn the music down some. There we go. I walked downstairs and my mom was like, "Why is your back all wet?" Because I sweat all the time, and my back gets all sweaty from sitting in this chair for so long, especially during streams. And I was just like, "'Cause I've been sitting in my computer chair for like an hour, almost 2 hours now, it looks like." She was like, "You should drape a towel over your chair," which honestly I should do, because as you can see, my chair kind of disappears here because of the black. So now that I think about it, if I put like a red towel over it, it'd probably look nicer. Also, I should probably change the stream title since we're done with Blue Skies for today. Done with Blue Skies. Deciding what to do. Or deciding on what's... when I type things out, I like to disperse letters, like capital letters, in a way that makes it more appealing, at least to me. Let's see, put the AMA tag in here for now. Put, I guess that's it really. Yeah, we're just kind of hanging out right now. Okay, I'm actually gonna try this. We have some like crappy towels. I'm gonna grab one real quick. Okay, so I grabbed this towel. It's a lot more like pink than I thought it would be, but this is good because it doesn't show up. Because pink and, or rather, because red and green are contrasting colors. Looking at it right now, it looks a lot nicer. Because they contrast, it doesn't show up. It doesn't like screw the green screen at all. I don't know how to explain this. I'm not good at explaining things. Oh yeah, you can actually like, that actually works pretty good. Okay. Yeah. This actually, it also feels nicer because it's like not as sweaty. That's cool. Okay. I just look at the user in chat list and there's someone in here called Let's Do This Streamers. Shoutouts to that guy. Oh my god, that man's my hero right now. Why did David just miss me? Oh. Hang on, everybody. Message David back real quick. I'm working on maybe a thing with David in the near future. Also, I should... Yeah, I have to make sure I'm talking with Ara, because Ara told me that he'd be down to do Dark Souls 3 for a stream tomorrow. So I have to like plan that out too. Alright, well, I can worry about this later. What time is it now? 3:45. I kind of want to play some Genshin Impact, but I also just want to get some work done. I'm in that now that Blue Sky's dead, I'm in that like work mindset, right? I mean, at the end of the day, I suppose we don't have very many viewers. Genshin Impact? You want Genshin Impact, Carlex? My only fear is that with Genshin Impact, I just get so absorbed in it, right? That I keep playing, because I've continued to play it by myself off stream, just because I just really want to. It's nice every now and then just having a game where I don't have to stream it and I can just go like, I don't. How to explain it? Like every time I play a game now, ever since I started doing the streaming thing, move this webcam down a little bit. Ever since I started doing the stream thing, right? It's so fun. It is. Ever since I started doing the whole streaming thing, every time I play a game now, especially like a new game that I haven't played before and I'm going into it blind, in the back of my mind, I'm always thinking to myself, man, I could have been streaming this. Every single time. I got like Takeshi and Hiroshi for the Switch, that one game that they announced in the partner showcase, because it was really cheap, and I haven't even touched it yet. It's been sitting on my Switch ever since the day it was released. Paimon is the best. What are you talking about? Yeah, Takeshi and Hiroshi's been sitting on my Switch for like an eternity now, and I just have not touched it. I haven't even opened it. Because I'm sitting here always thinking to myself like, man, I could play this now and it'd probably be pretty neat, or I could save it for a stream. I almost said never be coming, but I'm gonna get a capture card eventually. I know I will. Yeah, what do you mean, Carlex? Paimon's the best. I love Paimon. Paimon is delightful. He's like, you think Paimon is the worst, but Paimon thinks that you're the worst. I can't do her voice. Period. Let's see. What else do I have to do today? I'm supposed to make sure that I have chores to do today, and I have other stuff I want to do. I need the correspondent. Alright. I'll tell you guys what. I want to say you guys really mean Carlex, because I think Carlex is like the one man here at the moment. Everyone has their opinions. True. If you want Genshin Impact, Carlex, I will play like an hour of Genshin Impact. On the condition that everyone makes sure that I stop after an hour. Because I've been getting less sleep lately, because every time I fire up that game late in the evening, and then I'm like, oh, just a little bit more. I'll play it just a little bit longer. And I do that like 20 times, and by the time I'm done, it's like 2 in the morning, and I'm like, well, damn. All right, I'll play some Genshin Impact. Hopefully it runs, because I had trouble with it running on my computer. I'm gonna have to like downgrade Actually, no. From what I remember, it ran really smoothly. It was like weirdly smooth with like frame drops here and there, but not bad. Which is a very weird thing for a game that looks like this. I was having this thought today too, like my computer's getting pretty old now. I've had this computer since like 2016, I think. I've had this computer for a while. The reason I had that thought is because I think my power source, or whatever it is, it keeps making whirring noises sometimes when I turn my computer on, and they won't go away, and it bothers me. Let me stop the music. I'm gonna use my phone stream deck for this stream, because anytime I click off of the game, oh, it goes away. Let's see if auto captures this now. Because for a while it didn't recognize... Yeah, for some reason, computers just don't recognize I don't know what it is, but computers just like do not recognize Genshin Impact as a game for some reason. Whoops, I shouldn't have clicked that. Why did I click that when I have the thing in front of me? Alright, anyways. Into the game. Yeah, it seems like it makes streaming this game, it makes the game a little laggy. I love Genshin Impact, so do I. This game is great. Turn desktop audio down. You know, let me try something real quick. By the way, for all the kids watching at home, all the developers at home, if you're making a game and you're gonna make it full screen, borderless, windowed. Genshin Impact does not have a borderless windowed function, and it bothers me. I'm gonna see if that works while I change the stream info. Okay. Genshin Impacts. So obviously what I just did isn't gonna work. Casual playthrough. What can I tag this with? Backseat gaming allowed? Sure. I prefer no spoilers. Yeah, that's good, pretty much, I think. Update. I finished the prologue already. I'm not sure where I am. I've been playing in my free time. I've made some progress. If I set it to just Genshin Impact, will it capture? No, for some reason this game just doesn't like being captured. It's just highly resistant, which is fine. I've noticed a few things that are like on a technical level that are wrong with the game. Alright, I'm just gonna set this back to auto. We're gonna right monitor. Actually, no. Sorry, everybody. Let me try one more thing. Capture specific window, Genshin Impact, done. I'm gonna get the game load up. I'm here. Hey, Penguino, welcome back. You missed Blue Skies, but you're here in time for Genshin Impact. A game that I did not think I'd play again on stream, but here we are. I'm just trying to do a thing. I'm trying to get it to capture with the PC game capture instead of just having to use my right monitor, so that I can have my other computer screen. Because I can display the game like this, but every time I click, that happens every time I click off. And that's just kind of a pain in the butt for me. I don't do a second version of DDLC. Honestly, I'm at the point now, I kind of like Blue Skies more than the original. I'm not gonna lie. Because don't get me wrong, I think Vanilla is a masterpiece. It is. But at the same time, I love the expanded version of the game. I love having more to it. Okay. Game's up. We got Bennett here. Our boy Bennett. Alright, now I'm gonna try a thing. Oh yeah, hand. I have to go in the settings anyway. So I'm rank 16. I've been advancing quite a bit. Hey Calvin. I'm rank 16 now. I've been playing off stream a lot just because I want to play this game for myself. I'm gonna try a thing to see if I can. We're gonna window this. Then will that let you be captured? Nope. Damn. Man, I don't know what it is with this game in computers, but it just is not a fan. I'm just hitting medium default. Full screen. We'll do low quality shadows. And that should be okay. Okay, so I know the game is on PS4, but is it crossplay? Yes, it is. The console and mobile versions of this game are limited, but it is crossplay. Oh yeah, and also controller. This is a controller game for me, because that's what I played for the tutorial, and now it just kind of stuck. Fun fact, by the way, because this game is Japanese, the X button, the cross button, is actually back and circles confirm. Because that's how it is in Japan. Which, if you really think about it, makes total sense. Okay. I haven't played it yet, so let me see if it's worth it. Dude.
Off we go.
It's free to play. You have no reason not to play. This game is great. Okay. Let's see. What do we want to start with for today? Paimon, what do you got? Let's look at my mail. Paimon. White or black twin? I'm assuming I did white twin.
Find some treasure.
I did the girl. I kind of want to do our dailies. Yeah, this was a team that I set up last night. I don't think I've actually tested it yet. I found the way I like to play. I kind of like to play with the elemental shit, and I like to rapidly switch around between my characters. Hello, Roger like Fisk. I almost called you Roger like Fish. Roger Liker Fisk. Welcome. I did the black twin. I believe our friend Allie also did the black twin. Fisk means fish. Ah! Roger like fish, then. Great. Welcome. Glad to see you. Blocked? Let's do the dailies first. Yeah, I found that I like to just play around with all the elemental stuff and all the rules. And I set up this team for kind of that purpose. But I have not tested it yet. I'm not Kaya's biggest fan. And I love Bennett, I just don't have a place for him on the main team that I've been using.
Off we go.
Isn't this a domain? I remember there being a level where these become a domain, these dungeons. There was something like that, right? Probably not this level.
Adventure time.
Maybe not the tutorial ones. By the way, Bennett's one of my favorite characters in this game. 'Cause Bennett's really funny. There's this new thing here. What's up? Oh, seize the day. Mystic enhancement. Hell yeah. And on day 6, I get Hero's Wit. Let's go. Commission accepted. What are we looking at here? Well, they somehow already spotted me even though I was standing still. I'm trying to dodge a circle because I haven't played this game since yesterday.
You've been annoying.
I don't know why, but I get such, like... I get some serious Sora vibes from Bennett, just from his combo. I have no clue why. You know what, actually, no idea. That's a lie. I do know why. Because this last swipe right here, that spin move, makes me think of Kingdom Hearts 1.
Adventure time. Off we go.
Alright, what's up, Quinn? It's like, thanks for getting rid of him, Traveler. I immediately recognize Bennett's voice actor. Thank goodness you came. Oh, but I'm stuck here while this roadblock continues. Walk around it? If this keeps up much longer, all this fruit is going to go bad, after I spent so long gathering it, too. Can you get rid of the roadblock for me? Sorry, I'm busy. Sure. Wonderful. I can't thank you enough. Burn it. Thank you so much, Traveler. My plan is to pick some fruit here, then sell it back in the city. I hadn't counted on being held up by a roadblock, and then set upon by that group. Okay, I'm going back to Mondstadt. Do stop by the shop if you're ever in town. Take these as a token of my gratitude. See how fresh they are? That's why Beatrice is always trying to buy them from me. Oh yeah, I've seen this dude in town. I don't know why he couldn't have walked around the roadblock. But I suppose that's really besides the point. I got paid either way. And that's what counts. Conning people out of their money. That's the important thing. Oh, yep, now I remember. It's Christina V. Bennett's voice actor? I know who that is. She did some stuff with Nate Wants to Battle for a little while. For sure. Damn. Yep, I am somewhat familiar. Alright, slam. Check this out. Okay, it wasn't as cool as I wanted it to be because I got smacked, but... Push your luck. Cool. Okay. I literally only have Kaya just to combo with Bennett. That is the only reason. Let's do this. Just end it quickly. Cool. Easy game. I have a team suggestion if you're interested. Sure. Can I break those? No. I kind of like my team, but I'll take suggestions. Here, I can show you my characters.
Benny's adventure team.
And party setup. Okay. What you got for me, Chief? Here's what we're looking at right now. So yeah, as y'all can see, I've made some progress since the first stream of this. Replace Kaya with Amber. If you're going with this, because I kind of already did that. Here, all I heard was Amber. Elemental Resonance. If you're telling me to do, just give me the team comp, man. Leaving me in suspense here. Get your team, dummy. Amber.
Reporting.
Who else? Bicep, you gotta go. Thanks for hanging out, Carlix. You are appreciated. The team you just had. I don't want to change the team I have, though. I want to... You run. And... Just do this.
Hold you back.
You start to place Kai with Amber.
Ready. I'll keep an eye on you.
Oops.
There's still a long road ahead. Oh, how exciting!
Yeah, I know about this. If I could buy Cryo for 40% less time, increases attack by 25%. Yeah, I didn't know about this. I found out this last night. So you can combine elements. That's all I wanted to share. Yeah. You don't have to do it. Yeah, I look for a
Things
different
come to
thing.
Those who don't wait around. That's what they say anyway. Knowing my luck, the opposite is probably true for me.
Oh yeah, Calvin, I gotta show you this too. 'Cause Calvin and I were watching Allie play last night, and we talked about how we said that Geo power for main character, which if you don't know yet, spoilers I guess, main character can use all of the elements, not just one. And the second one you get is Geo, if you go to Liyue Harbor. Geo power for protagonist, not as bad as we initially thought it was. It's got some applications. Like for one, you can put it wherever you want. And it does a lot of damage in a quick burst. Yeah, I initially thought it was useless. But no. But it's much better for exploration, though. You don't really need it for exploration. You really only need it for exploration in Liyue Harbor. Because you need it to be able to reach some of the geo things. I forget what they're called off the top of my head. Well, I'm saying you don't need it if you're just in Mondstadt. You need it if you're in Liyue Harbor. All right, where's next daily? I love that we suddenly had an uptick in people and now we have a downtick. I think I might just do these dailies for Genshin and then call it a stream. Because I have some other things I want to do. I'm also going to change stream info real quick, so you guys will look at my desktop for a second. Doing dailies. There we go. Okay. But yeah, long story short, I just found out that Geo's kind of cool. I just haven't really been using it much because I have Noelle on my team usually. And so I'm really just rocking two of the same element. Which for how since I like to play by combining a lot of elements, it's not really the best playstyle. And I feel like Geo kind of works better with Noelle since it's more about being tanky. But it's just, I just found it's also good with main character. Am I in combat yet? Well, I am now. Alright, well, we're committed now. Chase him down. I'm also not using my good sword. I put that on Bennett because I was planning on playing Bennett. It didn't hit. Aw, man, I wish I had Swirl right now. Wrong character. Yeah, so what I've found is that you want to use Geo to get crystallized by slapping it down on top of elemental enemies. Oh, y'all are wet? Perfect. You want to slap it down on elemental enemies so that you can crystallize. And then once you're crystallized, you start getting you get a shield and you start healing from damage too in some cases. You know what?
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock.
Get wet? Perfect. I don't know where this dude's going. Oh yeah, also I got a new bow for Amber that does more damage on headshots, which is just all that I do with Amber. So now Amber's kind of like my best damage dealer. I thought that was a head. So I've just kind of been exclusively aiming for head and getting good results out of it. Oh, sick. I don't know what's happening, but he's stuck right now, and I'm going to take advantage of it. I don't know what this dude's doing. I think his AI fucked up, but you know, I'm not complaining. I missed.
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. You've been a naughty boy.
Crystallize. I'm still not totally familiar with how Crystallize works. As far as I can tell right now, it's like sometimes I get a shield and sometimes that takes damage, but sometimes that shield doesn't absorb physical damage. I don't totally get it. No, Lisa needs heals. We can get that with Noelle. I found this out too. I like putting Noelle in the party because Noelle can get you heals really easily. It's really nice.
Steady as stone.
I just can't remember if it's her elemental thing that gets the heals or if it's the shield. That's the only downside. I think that healed Lisa, so I guess it's the shield. We'll have time to figure it out when we do our last daily. It's really, really far away. Here we go. Alright, let's go. Let's go on our quest. Is this just like shock crystals? That's just environment, pretty much. Okay. There is a camp here. Do I have food worth cooking right now? Oh, I can. This is Yeah, this is Noel's signature dish. Make a couple of these. How many more of these can I make? 4 more it looks like. I just need flour to make it. Come on, give me Noel's dish. Come on, Noel. Last one. Nah, I don't think I got it. Alright, let's make more flour then. Gonna need more wheat. In the future. I'll have to keep an eye out. I'm gonna go ahead and switch it back to Bennett for this last one. Just because Bennett's fun to play as. This team here is pretty fun to play as, actually. I like it a lot. Adventure team deployed. Oh yeah, I forgot. I was gonna send Bennett to do a thing last night. And I just forgot to do it. Because it was like 2 in the morning and I was like, I have to stop playing now. Here we go. Man, I miss not having Amber.
Adventure time.
Kinda sucks, dude.
Let's light it up.
Dodge this.
You know what, let's get Noel in here.
Interesting. As a good night show.
Alright, let's break this if we can. With big sword. There we go. If Kaya sucks and you miss Amber, then you should take my team suggestion, because I'm just trying this thing, man. I suppose I could also take Lisa out of this party. I just kind of like having Lisa, because I like having the ranged option for, like, mid-range. That was my last daily, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's the idea behind this team, right, was that, Kaya and Bennett can kind of combo off of each other. And then at the same time, the elements are all diverse. So if you have to, you can switch to Lisa and get get elemental stuff that way too. It's just all about my playstyle. I found is just all about like rapidly switching between characters, utilizing all of your characters and their abilities to like combo together and get maximum damage. That's my jam.
Ad Astra Abyss.
Give me my dailies. Catherine. Sick. Now, oh, I'm 17 now too, so I can... I'm 17 years old now. I have my birthday. Yeah. Goblet of the Sojourner? Heck yeah. Let's go. Let's go. World level increased to level 1. Monster and boss levels increased. Reward drops upgraded. Sick dicks. Sojourner set is really good. I think I have it on Bennett currently. I haven't worried too much about equipment
Where'd that come from?
so far. I go back and forth between worrying about equipment and not worrying about it. I wanted this sword on Bennett because Bennett's elemental thing gives him... I can show it. Bennett's Fantastic Voyage, big move. It gives health regeneration if you're below 70% max health, based on his max HP. So I gave him stuff to try to boost his HP. And I also tried to boost his attack as high as it can go, because he gets more... If you're above 70% health, the circle gives you an attack bonus based on Ben's attack, his base attack. I don't know if that's like character-based attack or weapon-based attack, but just to be safe, I put my best sword on him. And I also found out last night that if you have duplicates of swords, you can refine them by combining them. And I had been using them to enhance my other swords over time. And I didn't realize it until last night that those doubles, the duplicates, are actually useful. And I wish I had known that before, because otherwise I might not have done that with weapons. I think that would be his overall attack stats. Weapon does make a difference. Dang, dude. Yeah. I also don't have as many characters as I could have right now because I wasted some shit on a weapon wish instead of on a character wish, like an idiot. Anyways, yeah, I have him on Sojourner. Give Kai a lucky dog, said it. No, what else to give him? She has Instructor to increase her elemental mastery. Using elemental skill increases all party members' elemental mastery by 120. Ooh, I should put this on her. I should use my elemental skill more. I didn't realize that was a thing. She's Doctor, so that she gets more healing from her abilities. That was Pepega. No weapon wishes ever. I know it now! I didn't know it at the time. I was like, I'm good on characters right now. I want a new weapon. I want a nice weapon. And then last night Calvin was like, yeah, you can just make weapons like that at the blacksmith. And I was like, cool. I'm glad I know it now. Yeah, that's what we're looking at so far. Speaking of the blacksmith, let's just talk to him real quick. See, I'm doing it again. I said I was going to stop as soon as I was done with my dailies, and I'm still going. I got things I gotta do. I need some of that and some of that. I already have a prototype Rancor. I want to know what this is about. Again, because I forgot. Dealing elemental damage increases all damage by 6%. That's dope for me! That is perfect for me, because this is just exclusively what I do. Once you get to the point of having all the characters and all their constellations filled out, but you need insane luck and an insane wallet for that. Yeah, I don't have money, as we all know. This sounds cool. I need to make this. I need to make a mental note to look for these materials. Found in the wild. Found in Storm Terror's lair. Then these are found in Stormbear Mountains in Wolvendom. Okay. Where are those at? Where are the mountains? I know currently there's like barriers everywhere because the dragon's still about, but right up here. I haven't been up this way yet. Man, I want to go. I want to keep playing, but I have to force myself to stop. Expeditions. You have expeditions, yeah? Yeah, which I could send some characters out.
Off we go.
I just like having my characters at all times. I could do a short one, I guess. This will get me crystals, right? 1 to 2. You can do that overnight. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone for now. I'll do it at night. I'll start one later tonight. Alright, I'm gonna force myself to stop now. Otherwise I'm gonna keep going. And I don't wanna keep going. I got other things I gotta get done today. But man, Genshin Impact is really fun. You have to go long to get the crystals. Yeah. So yeah. I'm surprised. Normally we get way more people when we stream Blue Skies. We do not get that many people today. It was interesting to see. But whatever, it's fine. If you did miss Blue Skies, don't worry. In 24 hours, it's gonna be up on YouTube. I was late with the first one. I will not be with the second one. I'm gonna put it up right after this. Also, I'm trying to make an effort to have a cut-down version of our Blue Skies play sessions after not immediately after the stream, but like at least sometime before next Saturday when we play the game again. So, look forward to that if you missed anything. It's a great way to catch up. The first episode's up already. It was like 48 minutes. I think that's all I got, yeah. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Let's find someone to host. My leg is cramping. I'm gonna kick my feet up. Who is live right now? Tap X Dammit is also playing Genshin Impact. Mendy is playing Valorant. Epic Fails playing Maple Story. Get with the time, son. Skitlow is playing Super Smash Brothers. Man, Steve's not out yet. Steve is terrifying, by the way. I'm scared of that man. I'm gonna send you guys to Tap, I think. He's doing Japanese voices, too. That's dope. I'm not gonna tap into his stream. I'm just gonna send you guys over. I'm not gonna raid, because he has 17 viewers already, and sending my 2 over as a raid is cringe. But that's the plan. I'm just gonna do a simple host, and we're gonna call it good. His name is spelled like that. Okay. I'm gonna stop rambling now, and just say, if you're not following, please follow. If you're not in our Discord, you should join that. You can use this link right here to get into the Discord. I believe this is the link to the YouTube video, the aforementioned YouTube video I mentioned. And yeah, do all the good stuff. Be good to your friends, be good to your neighbors, be good to your dog, be good to your cat. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll probably see you guys tomorrow. There's talk between Ara and I of playing Dark Souls 3 tomorrow, which I love Dark Souls 3, so that'll be good. Okay, bye everybody.